Hello everybody, it's Steve. I hope that you're well, and welcome to my update on Rebel Betting. So it's been a little while since I last provided an update. I had a busy old year and a little bit of illness as well, which kind of plays into why there's been no bets on here, as we'll see. So if you look at my last video, which I'll leave a link to in the description below, or you can check it in my channel. I don't know if I can get one to appear on the screen. I'll have a go, but if not, there'll be a link in the description below for you to go and watch the previous videos, which I recommend. At the end of the last video, which was the end of January, I was up to £5,000 profit. So if we go to the tracker, I'll try and go to the tracker, and we'll get back to, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we'll see where we were. So I'll just click in older until we get to the end of Jan, which is right about there. So where we left it on the last video was 30th of Jan. We're about £5,000 ahead. Again, I will put links to the previous videos so you can see the full journey starting at zero. I will put a link to the written review, which is on my website, because if you want to go and have a look at the written review, and there's also a spreadsheet I think that I've attached on there, so you can have a look at the numbers in more detail perhaps. But that's where we left it. We left it at £5,000 profit. Obviously was quite happy with that. Was it maybe 31st of Jan? Maybe £5,019 profit, I think is where we left it. I then carried on, and the intention was I'd just keep doing monthly updates from then on. But somewhere around the start of Feb, I went away to watch a football match in Portugal, and then I got COVID for the first time. So we can see to the 2nd of Feb, we're at a balance of 4,903. The sports are the same, the bookmakers are still the same all the way through. It's football and basketball mainly. Lots of overs, unders, and lots of Asian handicaps, but we'll have a look at that in more detail. And we can see I kept doing it through Feb. I'll just scroll, and then when I get around, somewhere around sort of 12th of Feb, so there's a bit of treading water for the first couple of weeks of Feb. The balance there on the 12th of February is 4,984. So let's go to another newer page, and there we go again. And it's somewhere around there, I think, that I got COVID, and I was still managing to put some bets on my phone, but it absolutely wiped me out for a good sort of week, 10 days. Unfortunately, I didn't have one of the mild versions. I was pretty rough, but there you go. However, I did manage to make some money in that time, which was nice. So keep going through, and by the 21st of Feb, you can now see the 21st of Feb is the last time that I placed a bet, and that was took the balance at that point to 5,186, so another 186. So from the 3 weeks, from the end of Jan to the 21st of Feb, I managed to add another £186 of profit. I then didn't do anything at all until the 31st of March, and that was mainly because I was abroad at the time. I got COVID while I was abroad. I was wiped out for a bit, and then had to then go home and catch up on loads of stuff. So I ended up being away for a lot longer than intended, and then had millions of things, 1,001 emails and everything else, like normal family life to catch up on. So there was a big gap there. I just didn't have the right headspace for much, actually. So I did. You can see I've done the bets through April. I managed to win a bit, lose a bit, win a bit, lose a bit. We're now up to the 9th of April, 4,973. And then if let's go forward another newer page, and then I think I stopped in April. I got to part way through April and then stopped when I got to about £4,500. So we can see scrolling. And 28th of April was where it sort of all ended, and that's where I left it. And I've gone down to £4,445.49p. All in all, I wasn't doing the same volume that I was previously. So on the previous sort of first 1, 2, 3, 4 months of using the service, I was doing anywhere from sort of 20 to, or aiming to do 20 to maybe 30 bets per day. I certainly wasn't doing that volume. That's not because the software was any different. No, it wasn't giving up enough selections. It certainly was. It was just that I just wasn't able to focus and do them. I was, pretty useless. So we can see I was doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 bets on the 28th, nothing on the 27th, nothing on the 26th. On the 25th, I managed to do about 8 or 9 bets there. I was just throwing, putting lip service to it. Really, I wasn't, doing it with any sort of vim or vigor. Anyway, so that then got parked all the way from April until October, when I decided to pick up the review again, because I had no qualms with the service, no qualms with how it works, why it works, and I had more than a decent enough sort of data set at that point to be to be very happy sort of having it as part of my sort of forward, my onward sort of betting portfolio. I had no issues with that whatsoever. So it took me to about October. I'd already had COVID again by then. Just had had a poorly spring summer basically. But I then picked it up in October, and I've mostly done it throughout October, and managed to do sort of a decent volume as well. So if we scroll through, we'll get through to the end of October. So after about 4 days of doing it, it's back up to £5,000. Let's go to newer, kept going again, treaded water for a little while, and then we had a really sort of a nice boost around the 15th, 16th of October. And then it just kept sort of going up almost by a couple of £100 a day at one point. So by the 21st of October, I'd basically added £1,500 profit. From the 10th of October to the 21st of October, I'd added, 6256. I added 1,000 in 11 days. I'd added £1,756 profit. Absolutely delighted with that. 21st of October, you can see actually 21st of October carries on over the page. I was really hammering the volume at this point. By the end of the 22nd, I'm up to £6,800 of profit. Again, these are a mixture of basketball. If I click on that, it'll show there that was a basketball game. And then keep going, and then I stopped because I'm currently abroad, staying with friends. So I stopped around the end of October. Yeah, that's when I came away. I'm currently in France at the minute. Hopefully I won't get COVID again this time. And I'm currently in France, so I stopped at the end of October. So I did 3 weeks, and then I've done a little bit. I've done a little bit in France whilst I've been here. It's currently the 14th of November when I'm recording this. So I've picked up a bit the last few days, and I'll be carrying on with the betting. But you can see, as at this minute, I'm on a profit of £6,807.54. I've got one bet pending, which I noticed on the previous page. So this hasn't been settled for some reason. So let's have a quick look. I certainly know that that's not showing up in my. I'd have to check in my Betfred account, but okay. So one of the players is retired, injured. So Klein has got the walkover for that. And who did I have to win? Which was Klein. So I had them to win. I just need to check the Betfred tennis rules. I can't remember off the top of my head. Betfred tennis retirement rules. Oh, I didn't mean bookies. I meant Betfred. Let's have a quick look. Betfred outright non-runners stakes will be refunded. Reserve the right. I think because if they've had one completed set, I don't think it's a void. All sets. Oh, I take that back. If this is correct, I'm not on the official Betfred site, but it's saying all sets must be completed in a match. Otherwise, all set bets are void. Yeah, okay. So I think that's going to be a void bet, unless I can find anything different. Yeah, you can see that I'm in France, so it doesn't like me over here. Never mind. So I think that one's going to be a void bet, which is a shame. But I will double check that when I get a chance. When I need to log into my Betfred using my VPN. which I'll do obviously off screen. But yeah, that's it's not going to be it's not going to knock this profit down. So £6,807. So at the end of the last video, I was on £5,000 of profit. I'm going to say this is probably about a month and a half, or possibly, we can maybe claim another 2 months worth of profit. But in a month and a half to possibly 2 months, I've managed to add another £1,800 of profit. The thing that I love about this is they've obviously got their algorithms, easy for me to say, algorithms on point. Clearly, they are working exceptionally well. It's so easy to do. That's it's such a great thing. You don't need to know anything about the particular sports that you're betting on. You don't need to know anything about basketball, ice hockey, anything or Scottish football, or whether it's Turkish football or Spanish football. You don't need to know anything about the teams involved, the players involved. All you need to be assured of is that RebelBetting have taken the time to work out their algorithms, and they're saying that there's a misprice in the market, and the fact that you're getting value on your bet. So the value betting side of things has been absolutely superb. I don't think I've done much on the I forgot what we called it, the shore betting side of things, but let's have a look. I don't think I did much on this side since I last updated, but I may have done a little bit. Yeah, okay, I've done 2 bets. Well, in fact, no, I've done more than 2. So at the end of January, I was on £232, and since then, I've done another, well, almost £100 of profit. So, yeah, there's money on there as well. Remember, to get started with RebelBetting, all you need to do is go to the link that's displayed on screen, which is getrebel.co.uk. I'll put a link in the description below as well. If you use that link, getrebel.co.uk, you can get started with a 14-day free trial, and you do not need to enter any credit card details to get started. All you need to do is just pop your email address in there, and they will send you the link, the login, and you can get started and try it for yourself absolutely free for 14 days. So you can activate that at getrebel.co.uk. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to visit my website. Again, the link's in the description below, and feel free to ask questions over there or leave comments. Perhaps if you want to ask a private question, you can email me at support@betsfortoday.com. Right, I'm going to wish you all the very best of luck. Please do consider liking and subscribing. Liking this video, subscribing to the channel. I've got more betting reviews coming soon. I've got similar services to this which I've now joined, and I'm having a look at those, so those will be on the channel as soon as possible. All right, thanks a lot and take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.